Hey scholars, it's Mrs. Jasnica and we're back for another Draw With Me challenge. This week we're going to be drawing a winter snow globe together. What you'll need for this project is a paper, a pencil, and something to color with, like markers, crayons, or colored pencils. Alright, let's go back to the art room. Alright, kindergarten through second grade, we're going to be beginning our Christmas snow globe. So to begin, the first thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that our paper is up and down like this, not like this. Once we have our paper in the correct position, we are going to begin by finding the middle of the paper right around here. And we're going to be drawing a really big circle. So a circle right around here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this in permanent marker. You guys can use a pencil or something that is easily erasable. And I'm going to start at the top and make a line going down. Now remember, I cannot erase, so I'm going to do the best I can to make a circle shape. And to do that, I like to turn the page. There we go. Now, if your circle's not perfect, that's okay. This is going to be the snow globe section. You can take your time and make it as nice as you can. If you can't make a perfect circle, that's okay. Now, snow globes have a bottom section for it to sit on top of a table. So we are going to make that section at the bottom now. So to do that, we're going to make two diagonal lines going out. If you want, you can make them going straight down. I'm going to do the one on the right-hand side first. It's just a straight line going out. And now I'm going to do one on this side. Now, to make it show that it's sitting on the table, I'm going to connect this line to this line with a straight line. Now that's going to be the part that sits on top of the table. Now we have to do the inside of the snow globe. So the inside of the snow globe can have anything you want. The first thing that it should definitely have is snow, right? We're going to do that part last. So we're going to put some snow at the bottom and we're going to put a little bit of snow around in the background. But maybe we should make something that's made out of snow. So how about a snowman? That sounds good, right? And a snowman is made of 3 circles. So we're going to try to make 3 circles going from big to small, right around the middle. So let's start with the bottom one. There's 1, and this is going to be the biggest one. We don't want it to be so big. It needs to be near the bottom. We need to have space for 2 more. Now we're going to do the middle one. That one's sitting right on top of the bottom part. And now we're going to do the head. That's going to be the smallest circle that we do. There we go. So 1, 2, 3 circles all on top of each other going from big, medium to small. And now we have to decorate it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add little eyes. And you could just make them circles. So I just made 2 little circles for the eyes. I'll make it a little bit rounder. There we go. And now I'm going to put a little happy face down here. And now if you want, you can make the nose. So for the nose, normally the nose of a snowman is a carrot. So the way that we're going to do that is we're going to make a little C shape. So a little C shape going sideways. And then we're going to add a V shape. So also going sideways, so it looks like the nose is sticking out that way. So here's my little C shape, and now I'm going to put a V. Like that. So curved line and then a V. And that's his little nose. Now we're going to add some sticks for hands. So I'm going to make a stick coming out from the left side and the right side. 1, 2, and mine are going up, but yours can go any direction you want. And now we're going to add 3 little lines coming out. So first, we're going to make a line going up a little and a line going down a little, so it looks like a letter Y. And then we're going to put a line right in the middle. Boop. So it looks like a hand. Let's do that on this side too. So again, we're going to start with 1 line going up, 1 line going down, and then now it looks like a Y. See? Stick with a Y shape. And then we're going to do 1 more line right in the middle. So it looks like he's got 3 little fingers, his little stick hands. Now we're going to add some buttons going down. Little buttons, so it looks like he's got a coat or something on. So to do buttons, we're going to make little circles, and we're going to color them in a different color from his snow body. So here's 1 circle, here's 2 circles, and let's do 2 more down here. 1, 2. Now I noticed that my snowman is a little bit sideways, but that's okay. He's inside of a snow globe. Now, one final thing. If you're in kindergarten, you do not need to do this part, unless you want to, of course. We're going to give this snowman a hat. So 1st and 2nd grade should definitely do this, because 1st and 2nd grade can make this shape. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a line on top of his head. The line is bigger than his head. Now we're going to go and make a 2nd line going the same way, and it's going to be the same length. So 2 lines that are the same length. And now we're going to connect them so it looks like a really thin rectangle. So connect and connect. That's going to be the brim of the hat. Now to finish the hat, we're going to put either a square on top of this or a rectangle. So I'm going to put a line going up and a line going up, and then I'm going to close it off. So this shape right here looks a little like a rectangle, but if yours looks like a square, that's okay. Now we're going to add the snow on the floor. So when you shake a snow globe, all of the little pieces that look like snow fall to the bottom, but some of them stay floating around in the water. So let's go ahead and add a line. It's going to look like a horizon line that we normally do, and it's just going to be like really jaggedy, going from this corner all the way to here. So I'm not going to make it straight. In fact, I'm going to make it look kind of wobbly. So to do this, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see better, I'm going to just take my pencil, or in this case, my Sharpie, and I'm going to wobble it around like this. And then I'm going to go up and down and up and down and up and down. That makes it look like it's all choppy and it's not falling evenly. And now if you want, you can even add a couple more wiggles like this. But you don't have to do that if you don't want. And now we're going to add little circles in the back to show the snow that's still moving around inside of our snow globe. So to do this, we're going to make little circles. And if you make them a little bigger than that, that's okay too. I'm gonna make my circles around the same size as these circles where his buttons are. It's also around the same size as his eyes. If you want to make some bigger and some smaller, that's fine too. So take your time and add at least 8 little circles in the background. You don't have to do more, but you definitely shouldn't do less than 8. And if you need to count them, go for it. I definitely did more than 8. Let's see, I'm gonna put one right here. That looks pretty cute, don't you think? Now let's add some designs to this bottom section because it looks kind of boring, doesn't it? So what I'm gonna do for mine is I'm gonna add a zigzag line. If you want to do a straight line, that's fine. If you want to do circles on yours, that's fine. Any kind of pattern or design right here is fine with me. So I'm going to start from this right corner and I'm just going to make a zigzag pattern. So I'm going up and down and they kind of look like I'm making triangles. So if you want to make little triangles at the bottom, you can. Or if you want to do straight lines, you can do that. Or whatever shape you want. Now I'm going to turn my paper and add a line. And this is, again, just to make a design or a pattern because I don't want it to look boring. So see all those zigzags? I just put a line right on top of them. And now it looks like a design. So we're finished with the snow globe. I want the person who's looking at this to know that my snow globe is on top of a table. So I'm going to add a line, another horizon line, kind of like this one, but here, under or next to the snow globe. So I'm going to go from this corner over here, go all the way till I hit the snow globe, then I'm going to skip through the snow globe and go all the way to here. So let's do that together. Here's my line, and this one's gonna be pretty straight as I can make it. And then it's gonna go through this snow globe and then out here, like that. So that's my little line showing that my snow globe is on top of a table. All right, so now it's time to outline this if you have something to outline with, kind of like I did, and then we're gonna be coloring it in. right, scholars. So here is the finished product. As you can see, I colored in the entire paper, the top, the bottom, and the background, everything. The only thing I left white was the snow inside of the snow globe. This is what a completed art assignment looks like in my class. We want to color as much of the paper as possible. All right, let's move on to 3rd through 6th grade. All right, 3rd through 6th grade, we are going to be doing our snow globe now. And just like kindergarten through 2nd grade, we want to make sure that our paper is in the correct position first. So make sure that your paper is going vertically. That means up and down like this, not like this. Once we have our paper in the correct position, I'm going to be using a pencil in case I need to erase. And I'm going to be finding the middle of the paper. So right around here. Now the snow globe needs the ball on top, so the glass orb, and then it's gonna have a base. So I'm gonna make the orb right around here, and then this part down here will be for whatever part the wooden base is. So to begin, I'm going to start my circle. And remember, you shouldn't be pressing as hard as me. That way, if you need to erase, you can. And when I do a circle, I like to turn the paper and draw the line toward myself. Okay, so I made a little mistake right here, no big deal. I'm gonna erase it. In the meantime, you guys can finish drawing your circle. We want it to be big enough that we can draw stuff inside of it because this is going to be a snow globe and we're gonna be adding details inside. This could be better. Let's see. I'm gonna erase over here. While I'm doing this, like I said, if you need to fix any mistakes for your circle, now would be the time. There we go, that's a little bit better. And I can always fix it again when I outline in marker. So now that we have our circle shape, we're gonna be working on the shape of the base. So to make a really simple base, let me just quickly show you. Let's say that my orb is here. You can literally just make a line going down and a line going down, and then make a curved line connecting it, and then the orb would sit on this base. But if you want to make it a little more complicated than this, I'm going to show you another way to make the base. So I'm going to turn my paper sideways, and I'm going to make a line that's curved underneath my orb. You can also say my sphere, or, you know, just a circle. So this line, we're going to be connecting it to the top to make a little rim. We're going to be using, guess what shape? A parentheses. That's going to go from here down to this bottom line. So literally just a parentheses, which is a curved line. And then we're gonna go over here and we're gonna do the same thing, the ending parentheses, like that. So this would be like a little rim for our base. And now we're gonna make a line going down from this corner here. And it could be straight down, or if you want the base to be wider, then you would make a curved line going out like this, and a curved line going out on this side so that the base is actually wider than the part that touches the sphere. All right, now I'm gonna turn my paper again. Making lines toward myself is easier. I'm gonna connect this line to this line with a curved line. If you find it easier to make a straight line connecting here to here, that's fine too. And we're gonna make one more line down here so that we can connect it. So again, this is what we got so far. And in fact, if this is too difficult for you, like I said, you can do this instead. So this shape right here. But if you want a challenge, then we're gonna keep going. So I'm going to make another curved line underneath, like this. And as you can imagine, we need to connect these. So we're gonna be using this parentheses shape again to connect the top part here to the bottom part, like so. And then we're gonna do that again on this side, a line going from the bottom to the top. I don't like that line that much, so let me fix it. There we go, that's better. And now that's the base for our snow globe. So we have the main parts down. We're gonna be making something inside of the snow globe now. What I am choosing to put inside of my snow globe is going to be a little snowman, just a tiny one that only has two parts, the body and the head, and then a tree, a Christmas tree behind it, so a pine tree. Now, I will be showing you some other ideas or like easier ways to do this, but first I'm gonna show the more complicated way. Why, Miss Jasnica? Because I want you guys to try the harder way. That's my dog making all those noises. And then if you can't do it, I understand, and I'll teach you a different way to do it. So let's begin first. We're gonna be adding kind of like a wiggly line that shows the snow that's settling at the bottom of our snow globe. So this should be pretty easy. It's like a horizon line. It's going from one side of the snow globe to the other. I like to make it higher on the ends and then going down, like it's settled in different spots. So we're just gonna make a line, and it's gonna be kind of like wobbly a little bit. If you want yours to be pretty straight, that's fine too. Man, my dog's being annoying. When it's not my cat, it's my dog, you know? There we go. So again, I purposely did not want my line to be straight. I wanted it to look kind of like the snow is falling all over the place. Now we're gonna be making the snowman or snow woman, whatever you want it to be. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna save a space for his body and then skip up to right around here, and we're going to be making a circle shape or an oval shape, whatever works for you. So there's my little circle shape. Looks a little like an oval too. That's gonna be the head of our snowman. And now I'm gonna make a little scarf. So to do that, I'm gonna make a line underneath that's a little bit curved, and I'm just gonna connect it. This is kind of like a parentheses, but it could also be a straight line. It's up to you. There we go. And now we're gonna give him a tiny hat, or I guess a regular sized hat. I don't know. Depends on how big the snow globe is. So from here, we're gonna just make a curved line. I don't like that curved line. Let me fix it. See, when I erased, it's still obvious that I made a mistake because I'm drawing so dark. So this isn't really that much better, but you know what? I'll fix it later. So it's a line above his head, and now we're gonna go down and connect to his head, like so. Are you done, Reno? That's my dog. Anyway, so from this rim of the hat, you know what, I'm gonna put a little line like this. I'm gonna make a line going up and out. So it's kind of like a little bit of a curved line. And then we're gonna go over here and we're gonna make another curved line out. This is gonna be the sides of our hat. You can make yours go straight up. I want my hat to look a little bit wobbly, like they gave him some weird hat. And now I'm gonna make a line connecting it. So here is the brim of the hat, and then here is the top of the hat. And then I'm just gonna add another line going across like this. You don't have to do that. It's not necessary to show that it's a hat. I just like adding details. Now I'm gonna make the circle body. So I'm gonna go from here and down in the shape of a parentheses, like that. Ta-da, parentheses. And then from here, we're gonna go down and make another parentheses shape. So a curved line going from here to here. And see, it's literally just the same shape we used here, like a parentheses. Now, if you want to add details to the scarf, you can add a little line going down and another little line going down, and then close it off so it kind of looks like a rectangle. And if you want to do another one behind it, you can do one more line and then make a backwards L shape. So just a line and then an L shape. Now some of you are like, Miss Jasnica, this is really, really hard. So let me show you another way. I haven't even added the details yet, but let me show you another way you can do a snowman inside. You can literally just make a circle. And this is kind of a messed up circle, my bad, I tried. And then you can put another circle on top, right? And then you can put another circle on top. How is that easier? It's easier because it doesn't have a scarf on, right? That's easier to me. And then these three, big, medium, small, can be your snowman or snow woman. And then you can add the stick arms and the face and all that. We're gonna do all that together in just a second. So this is another example you could use if this is too difficult, because I know that making the scarf and the hat, that could be a little bit hard. All right, let's move on. So we're gonna add little circle eyes, like so. And then if you want to add a nose, you can put a C shape, or you can call it a parentheses. Let me zoom in so you guys can see this better. So it looks like a little parentheses. It's the side of his little carrot nose. And then you can make a V shape going out. So boop, that's a one line diagonal, and then another line, and there's his cute little nose. So parentheses, sideways V. And now you can add his mouth if you want. It could be just a normal mouth that looks like this. Just, you know, like a regular little mouth, right? Or some people make his mouth with little circles like this. So it's like little buttons or something. And then they make them black. Maybe they're supposed to be beans. I'm not really sure what they are, but I've seen it before, so I'm gonna do it. And now one final detail, you know, like I always say, details are good. I'm never gonna tell you not to add details. You can add buttons that are circles going down his stomach, like that. As many as you want. And actually mine are kind of sideways a little bit. Let me make this one a little more this way. Good enough. All right, and then when I draw this in, I'm probably gonna make the hat go over his head like this. That way it looks like his hat is in front of his head and his head is under. But it's up to you if you want to do that. All right, now let's make the tree. I'm gonna show you my way to make the tree, and then I'll show you an easier way. So this tree is actually behind him, so we're not gonna see the whole tree. So we're gonna start at the corner of his hat. We're gonna go up diagonally, like that, and make what looks like a letter V. So this literally looks like an upside down letter V. I'm gonna go down a little bit more. So now this side of the V is longer. And then I'm going to go in like this. So a V, and then it comes in. Now I'm gonna go from here, and I'm gonna go out again. And then here, so this line is a little bit further out than this one. See, if I were to go down, this is a little bit further out. We want the top of the tree to be thinner than the bottom. So from here, we're gonna go in again. And now we're gonna go from this corner and we're gonna come out again. So again, every time I make this little point, the point is further away, so it goes more that way. Now, from this point here, we're gonna go back over and just connect to our snowman. So that's not too bad. There we go. And now we're gonna just put a line going down so it looks like a tree trunk. Miss Jasnica, that's too hard. Okay, I got you. Here we go. So, first of all, the simplest shape for a tree that I can come up with, let me move this out of the way because I can see it through the paper, is literally making a tree that is an upside down V, and you connect it and add a stick, right? It doesn't get any easier than that, right? So if you want it to be as simple as possible of a tree, you can go with this. What if you want something in between this more complicated tree and this pretty simple tree? Okay, so let me show you. We're gonna make a triangle. Do you hear my dog? How annoying is that? And now from here, we're gonna make two lines going out. And then we're gonna close it. Then we're gonna make two more lines going out. And again, these lines are diagonal. So notice that it's like a bunch of triangles on top of each other. So I'm gonna go out again, and then close. And you can stop there, or if you have more space, you can do it again. So more diagonal lines and then close it again. And then if you want to erase these parts, you can, or you can leave it like that and maybe add like some cute little designs or something. See? I know the lighting on this paper is a little bit weird because this paper is like shiny or glossy, so hopefully you guys can see. Now, one final way that you could do this, and this is kind of like, I would call this a chaotic way to do this because there isn't really like an exact way. So I'm gonna turn the paper because I'm running out of space over here. So we're gonna start with an upside down V, right? And now from this letter V, we're just gonna make a whole bunch of zigzags. Boop, 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 boop. And they're going out. So they're going diagonal out. And now from here, we're gonna do the same thing. And again, there's no real design. It's just a whole bunch of zigzaggy lines. And then if you want to, you could connect it with a straight line like this, or you can connect it with a zigzaggy line. Okay, so that's a final way to do it. Now, some of you are like, Miss Jasnica, I just copied you, so none of this was even necessary. But hey, I just want you guys to know that I'm looking out for you, and I am gonna show you all kinds of different ways to do this. Now, if you don't like any of these designs and you want to make something else on the inside of your snow globe, that's fine too. What I would like is for everyone to add snow in the background. So I'm gonna add little circles like this. And you should add at least 8. I would add more, but it's up to you. So here are my little circles. Because when you shake a snow globe, all of the snow agitates and moves around and then eventually falls back to the bottom, which is what this is. Now let's decorate the tree, and we're almost done. Almost done. So to decorate the tree, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some lines. And these lines are going to be like the garland on the tree. So just a diagonal line and another diagonal line. This is going to be colored a different color than the tree. And you see how I didn't make it perfectly straight. And then I'm gonna make another one going up here and up here. So I have just two little garland things that are gonna be colored a different color. And now I'm gonna add some ornaments. So my ornaments, I want them to be a little bit big because I don't want them to be mistaken for snow. So I'm gonna make one ornament there, one ornament there, and one ornament there. You can add more if you would like. I'm gonna add a line right here too. There we go. All right, so we're done with the decorating on the inside. If you want to make your snow look a little more 3D, you could even add another line in the background like this, so that it looks like you can see the front snow hitting the glass and also the snow around it. Now I'm gonna add a table because I don't want my snow globe just, I don't know, floating in the middle of nowhere. And to add a table, I'm gonna be making a line from here all the way to here. It's gonna be my horizon line, just like we made kind of like a horizon line here separating the ground from the back of the snow globe. We're gonna make one for the table. So let's see. Actually, I'm gonna put the line right here. Oh, my pencil needs to come out. There we go. And then it's gonna go through here and come out here. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and get this colored in. Alright, scholars, so here is my finished artwork. As you can see, I try to color as much of it as possible without coloring the snow for the snowman and the snow down here, since I figured that would probably stay white. So I colored the table a really light color, like a tan color, but if you don't have this color, you can pick any color that your table is. And you can see that at the last minute I decided to add this oval here that kind of looks like a nameplate, but I decided to leave it blank and just color it gray and white so it kind of looks like it's made out of silver. Alright, now for a grade, make sure that you get this colored in and either sent to me on Dojo or show it to me in class. Alright everybody, I'll see you back in the art room.